But Sam, you could see that the winds were picking up and the rains were picking up, and you already told us that the storm has already regained strength up to a Category 1 now, when it was a Category 5, 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Right.
The storm is packing a punch.
Right, you guys, yeah, it's just breaking record. It went down actually as the strongest hurricane ever recorded in the month of July. Our waters are just way too warm in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea, and looks like Beryl did make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane early this morning, just over an hour ago in Matagorda Bay, Texas. So you can see Brazosport towards Galveston, Corpus Christi. This is where that hurricane is continuing to march its way to the north. In fact, flooding has been underway in the city of Houston and towards Galveston. In fact, a flash flood warning is posted all along the city limits of Houston, and a tornado warning is actually posted on the northern fringe of the metro of Houston. So keep in mind, too, there's a lot of twist and rotation in the atmosphere with hurricanes. That also gives way to a tornado threat. And one big threat, of course, to keep in mind for those along that Gulf Coast, storm surge between 3 to 4 feet, if not as high as 6 to 7 feet in some areas. So it's going to make for power outages likely. Trees will be down and snapped off their limbs, and it's something we're watching very closely for much of eastern Texas. With time, Beryl's going to be trekking northbound on eastern Texas, crossing into Louisiana and Arkansas later on this evening before it finally marches into Louisville as we get into about later on tomorrow. It's going to be continuing to weaken, which is good news, and post-tropical depression, but something to monitor, of course. We're going to be watching some periods of heavy rainfall from the impacts of Beryl, and we're going to be watching some storm potential as we take a look at midweek. But right now, locally, we're staying pretty quiet. A live look right now downtown Louisville. Temperatures are spread in the 60s, if not low to mid 70s across much of the metro. So we are kind of noticing a little bit of a island of heat here in Louisville, but regardless, outside of Jefferson County, we have a lot of mid 60s on the map. Looking to be surging to 93 today. There will be a few clouds draped across our sky. Otherwise, it's going to be a hot one, and we're expecting to see some periods of sun once again today. So after we deal with the sunshine today, notice into tomorrow, especially in the afternoon and evening, and then again trailing into Wednesday morning, there will be some additional showers and storms from the remnants of Hurricane Beryl. So right now, the Storm Prediction Center actually has locally in Kentucky and tomorrow a risk level 1 of severe weather. This means that a storm or two could produce an isolated tornado, about a 2% chance of a brief spin-up tornado due to the remnants of Beryl. We're going to be tracking a couple of wind gusts with some of these storms tomorrow, upwards of 60 to 65 miles an hour. But putting it all together in Futurecast today, quiet. Clouds will be thickening throughout the night tonight, and that'll be opening the door for more moisture and, of course, some times of stronger wind during the day tomorrow. We'll be noticing the rainfall inching in from our southwest around midday tomorrow. Some of this activity, of course, sticking around through the afternoon, and it's going to be one of those days to pack the umbrella getting out the door. And, of course, we're not going to be watching too strong of wind from Beryl like our friends in the south in Texas are dealing with, but we're going to be noticing some periods of heavier thunderstorms possible. Also, rainfall amounts, again, could be a little bit hefty. Some of the rainfall models are trying to be showing about an inch to an inch and a half locally in Louisville and west of I-65. But the allergy report is low in the next few days, and there's your Mike's Car Wash forecast a bit closer. And we are going to be guided on by periods of sunshine as we take a look at later this week and heading into next weekend. That's when temperatures will be back into the low to mid 90s, 94 by Saturday and 95 by next weekend. So the heat will be back in Kentucky.